Right. Mic test. Let me change the music. I was gonna do a funny tease, haha, this comes from the game of the character I'm animating, but eh. The OST isn't as great as I remember. Anything cool? Because this is gonna be a very boring stream without background noise. Because it's not going to be active code development, it'll be an animation stream. You'll probably barely see Sonic World in this. Eh, screw it. Okay, yeah, this can work. Chaos Blast and Teleportation for Shadow. Why? Because Chaos Blast is just a Scream nuke with a bomb monitor, which Shadow doesn't need. And Teleportation, we decided instead to just make his air dash like way faster than Sonic's as a compromise. Always wanted to make character mods, but I don't know how. There's a tutorial in the game Banana, but assumes you have prior knowledge about how to animate and model or rig, so it's kind of hard to teach that. That's why it doesn't have a tutorial, like a video tutorial, while stages do. We needed special stages for the Chaos Emeralds. I like, there's like two, when you go into a fandom, it's like you hear people that want things and you hear like an equally vocal side that does not want things. People dislike special stages in general, and then we remove them because no one liked the special stages. And then when will you add Big? You did a stream of him. He was gonna be for this update, but I'm, because that's been so long ago, I kind of want to start over again with him. So instead I'm focusing on a character I actively want to work on. That character is, hang on, let me put on the music. Sonic, joking. Here's already Sonic. The rest of the characters will get their riders' skins. Okay, here we go. Funny Robotnik. At the moment, I'm basically I got the rig mostly done and I'm doing preset poses. I still need to alter the textures to remove the baked lighting on his goggles. So I can, this just makes it beneficial because I could just slide through each of his expressions. This is like the first character, aside from kind of big, that I'm fully working on in Blender. Usually I just use frag motion, which is the best tool for Sonic World. Too bad the tool itself is absolute arse. The main thing about Eggman is that he uses the Eggmobile, not the mech, not mechless, because it's the best way to depict him. He uses the mech in like one game, and it shows his geniusness kind of. But without Eggman, the Eggmobile, like, what would Eggman be? So, kind of a moveset spoiler just by having all of this here. His melee attack is going to be a hammer in the ground, which will like go to the side of his vehicle. Where the hell did I put the, oh, it's probably in C. Yep, chain right. So the thing can move around. Originally I was going to give him wheels, but then I'd need to add like a kind of pipe frame at the bottom, and that wouldn't look good when he's like just moving around. Because we can't just spawn things in. Dregman. Hang on, let me disable display capture. It's very trippy when I'm like looking at the comments as if no one to read them. Charmy have his flight from Knuckles Chaotix. Or one Charmy did, and he was the most broken character in Release 1 of Legacy World, fun fact. Where are the mod folders in XML? In the mod folder. The XMLs are no longer needed. It's like drag and drop now. Shadow Android have no weapon and sword vehicle. Yeah, there is a bug with Shadow Android in 1.1. We're going to fix that in the next version. Basically, like, we made a few tweaks animation-wise, but because of us not using the project file for it, a few other animations messed up in the process. There is no memory access violation if you do the Eggman or the Eggman Nega fight. Gun Eggman from Blitzsonic Heroes was fun. It's just not what we're going to go for. For now, though, I want to... hang on. Let me go here. Here we go. I need this at the side for reference, because I want to finish his hand expressions first, for possible expressions we may be using. And can I pop this out? No, I cannot. Can I pop it out of this? Wave the swallow in the data file. Yeah, good luck playing it, sir. Is Sage coming to Sonic World? Sage is planned. She'll probably be slightly like Cream, except with more focus on the companion. Hang on. What was I gonna do? Pop out chat. Okay, now I can actually see the chat while working. I am not good at streaming. And display capture. Whoop. Where did I put the Eggman? For now, I'll do the big pointy hand. I'm still not used to like animating in Blender, and I like tried for so much times. I'm gonna rotate the hand. It's not gonna be in the actual pose itself, but just so like I can better replicate it. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do for each animation yet. The Eggmobile is going to be a blessing and a curse, because it means I don't need to animate like annoying walk and run cycles, but it does mean like I have to kind of make the thing float around reasonably. It's actually a similar reason why Eggman's is going to be a more fun version of Charmy, because with Charmy I was going to do him, but the problem is with Charmy B, a lot of his there's not a lot of creativity for his animations. He just flies. That's it. And it was just not fun to work on. It's just like a non-interesting character. And I thought, people only want Charmy B because he's like in Team Chaotix and they want the heroes teams. I don't know a single soul who would play Charmy on his own. Or want Charmy outside of, oh, complete the heroes team. Tails with the Cyclone is not coming in the game, as he would be a moveset clone of Gamma, and we want to avoid that. There is a mod, Adventure 2 Hero Pack, that works, and that uses the Cyclone from SA2, including the Tails model there, and it includes all the variants. At least Charmy's moveset's going to be mildly interesting, because I considered making him have like a gauge skill that helps for like hunting missions, and he was kind of going to have a gimmick just to make him like more useful. Wisps are not coming. We instead have extra skills in the equip shop to just have different skills. Because a lot of Wisp skills are just better off just giving those unique abilities to a character. Like, why have laser when you could just give a character the laser ability? What are your plans for Vector? Um, Funny you ask, because like Vector, we are like going between two different ideas. One where he is plays just kind of like Knuckles, but with grabs, and one where he plays like Wario in like the GameCube Wario game. Charmy will still have the same voice as in the video. Sarah the cat, I think they go by Ryan now. They voice Amy currently as well. So if you look at one of the early voice actor reels, Charmy is still going to be played by that person. They're pretty cool. I'm pretty sure they also voice Charmy in the IDW Adrenaline dubs. Yeah, because Vector kind of feels like a Wario type character, because in Chaotix, he had the shoulder barge as an air dash, a multi-directional one. So he can just have that as his like melee, like dash attack, like melee attack in the air, and then just have his regular heroes float. And of course, like instead of making a unique skill for his like slam, that could just be a stomp action. You don't like the bubblegum glide Vector has. Oh well. Uh, that uh, Problems with mods are problems to tell the modder and not us. So if a mod crashes in a certain situation and it doesn't happen to vanilla characters, we can't really help with that. What's going to be in 1.2? Stages, a few characters. Next version won't be 1.2. We have like one more version that's pretty much almost done, and that'll add all the costumes and stuff. The costumes is going to be fun for Eggman. We like did a daily thing on the YouTube community tab for the costumes to hype them up, and also because I'm kind of waiting on someone to finish the one thing. What characters? Well, whoever's done. We don't want to like promise characters because we can get bored on them, especially since free time is going to be an issue. Like I only have a brief period of free time to stream now because I am in college. I'm done my exam season and I have a job starting the end of this month, so I'm going to be less free then. What levels will be added in 2.0? What surprises should I spoil? The only one, I don't want to like promise any levels in case we change our mind on that as well. The only one I think I'm allowed to say is we're planning Empire City from Sonic Unleashed, an original layout of Empire City. I need to put these all down a bit more. Yes, Eggman's an actual playable character. Just it would feel wrong in a world that like in Sonic World where it celebrates all of Sonic's games to like main games to not include one of the most popular and prominent characters, especially because he has a lot of moveset potential compared to Zor. Actually, Zoro's a bad example. He's one of the Deadly Six with the most potential. Funny enough, despite his personality like having the worst. A. I really like a lot of the Sonic fan projects coming out lately. They are they're just standing out more and more because I used to see a lot of the same kind of 2D Sonic Worlds game engine games, and they were fine. It's just they were kind of blending in. Sonic GT is bad. Skill issue mark. Those are not bugs. We just removed those. There's a reason they weren't stated in the tutorial. We removed them because they were buggy. Eggman fans have one joke. Hey. I know SRB2. Sonic Duel? Is that the Smash Brothers Brawl mod? Skill issue if you can't cling with SEO. Mark. Wouldn't it be awesome if you coded it in? By the way, for the developers, if any of you want to join in, feel free. I don't like talking to myself a lot. It's kind of cringe and sad. I like how flowy the hands are in Adventure. Like, I've seen a lot of Sonic designs debates on Twitter lately, and as much as some of them could be just nitpicks, there's something just undeniable that, like, there's a unique charm to the early, like, modern art where it's all flowy. It hasn't fully found its flow yet, and it's kind of graffiti based. Ah, yeah. I think Sonic Duel has a few similarities to World. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they're like they used the same Ray model as Legacy back when it was like, and it kind of had. Actually, did he have the darts? I'm probably thinking of the Mugen mod. Honey the Cat is coming eventually to World DX. Most of the Legacy cast will be coming soon. Not even a graffiti-based texture, just kind of the feeling. It's kind of loose and free-flowing. It'll be fine. I can alter it if it just is not to my, like, liking. Now, let me select the... Marine having the super punch, I guess. It wasn't really a punch, it was just a random energy beam that barely did anything. I don't know if it'll, like... Because it's just a projectile. It would have to be, like, kind of unique or something. What track is this from? Which is the character that you prefer to be on the game? Depends. I like switching around with the modded characters a lot. In terms of just fun, Amy. She only has one skill, but that skill's like super applicable and very useful. Will Styx be in the game? Yes, Styx is possible. We're kind of being more loose on who can and can't get in, because that's why we make Classic Sonic like a mod packed in. So people who don't like Classic Sonic don't need him. They don't need to play him. And the ones that do like him, they can just play with that mod. We're not doing the other classic characters as included mods before anyone jumps into that rabbit hole. Now let me add this. And open ADV. Cream's pretty good. Probably the worst of the current flying characters just because Tails has like a flight boost and Egg Robo is Egg Robo. Okay, now, did that go properly? Let me Alt-R. Alt. If I go to the H option, H open AD. Oh yeah, I have it on hand flip, so it's going on the other hand. It seems to be working as intended. Let me So next I shall do the other side of Eggman's hand in this. The kind of weird open one where it's... You're already able to replace the custom stage's boss model, except if they're an Eggman. So, Mecha Sonic and Beta are already replaceable. And the Eggmobiles that the Eggmen ride. I like how you guys are just trying to ask for information. Like, you guys don't know secrets, do you? Is this a remix of the SA2, like, boss theme? For, I think it was for the gun robots? Hmm. I may as well do it on the other hand, so I get a better idea. Immediate gratification, and then they're gonna be like, oh, are you gonna change the Chow Garden? And when we do, they won't play it. For this one, I'll try and not make it as extreme. We're basically asking D for government information. No, ask the Commander Tower for that. He'd be like, if you see any member of Team Dark, report back to me. Oh yeah, 1.1.2 is also giving Shadow Android his own unlock method, finally. When will Wave and Storm come? When we feel like it. Oh, hey Drox. You're fairly loud. Hang on. Yeah, I can hear you, Drox. Okay. I didn't know it was mute.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, and you can be heard on the stream, so that's why I like have that on the voice chat, general streaming.
Yeah.
Why make a... Why make Tiara the Max a playable character? She isn't canon. Because we felt like it. Like, we're considering cutting her for that reason, like, from DX, but, like, we have cool ideas for her moveset, so we're, like, thinking, we may as well. She's the closest to an OC we have, but, like, at this place, why, like, we're kind of doing some things for ourselves, some things for others.
I mean, that's pretty much what it's based on at the end of the day, is just what people want to do. You know?
Yeah. Like, that's why, like, I'm not doing, like, oh, we're not, that's why V1 didn't have the Heroes cast, because that's, if you want the whole Heroes cast, I guess play Sonic Heroes. Although, whoever wants the whole 06 cast can eat happy, because V1 has every character from 06. Unless you count Sonic holding Elise as a separate character, I'm so sorry. Aquatic Ruin. I'm hearing this music's just making me... I really wish Nemo's stage on it would get, like, proper finished. It's gonna be so cool.
Yeah. Well, who wants to object it? Isn't like Mark wants to do it, but he's just like...
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah, that's fair.
And also, like, the mesh needs to be resplit.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Isn't he in the process of doing that, though?
Yeah, he's, like, changing it so it's easier to split, because there's, like, basically one solid piece for most of it, so it's really difficult for me to, work on it, because I wanted to at least make the mesh pretty.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like how this open hand looks. I'm not gonna like reference this. I'm just gonna do a general open hand. It's like I like references. References are like my bread and butter, but not everything
Yeah,
needs to be one.
even the reference looks janky. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
I was gonna do a more nuanced reference of reference, I guess. Hang on, I forgot to
reference.
maximize YouTube chat.
Will wave and storm come? Perhaps.
Cause Storm we have in the works, and
Oh,
Dark,
really?
yeah, Darkman's doing them. The slow but
Okay.
steady progress. I forgot
Okay.
who's behind Wave. Uh, a lot of the Strike characters are probably gonna be like take a while now, because Strike did a lot of V1 characters, but yeah, more so because he has like a proper job now.
Yeah, I'm proud of him though.
Yeah,
That's exciting. For those that don't know, he got hired as part of the what is it? Speed simulator team.
yeah. Game Fam, the Sonic Speed Simulator folk. Strike, one of our animators, is now working as an animator there, and he recently overhauled Shadow's animations for Speed Sim. So if you ever see similarities to Shadow's animations in DX and Speed Sim, that's why.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know how like if it's gonna long term affect his job here, because like it may have a no fan game working policy, but that's also why a lot of the costumes we did not want to make them look like the Speed Sim ones. Like for
Yeah.
example, we tried making Tails as actively deviate even if it's the same theme, because we don't want to like copy them. We want to
Oh,
kind of
that's
stand
why
on our
that
own.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering why you're deviating.
Hmm. Tangle is finally canon in the games. We want to do Tangle, but I don't know if we can do her justice just yet. Mainly because her tail, if she was in the game, she'd probably just play like that SRB2 mod.
There's a mod out now that should hold people over for a little bit, if nothing else.
Yeah, they were mentioning that, like, they're saying that someone made a mod of her.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
also
yeah.
half a month left till the deadline of the stage competition. I hope all of you are submitting stages. We have zero entries so far.
Yeah, man, we got 2.5 in the works for sure.
Two and a half in the works. Yeah, sure.
I don't know about that third one. That third one's still kind of pending, but I have a good feeling about it. Did I tell you about that? The
Which
potential
one?
third one. So for the one I was gonna do like 2 entries. But I was like, this is dumb. Like, I don't have the time to do this. So I went to Swape and I was like, hey, Swape,
Oh yeah,
do you
Swipe.
want to finish
Swipe's
this?
work. Yeah, if he does that,
That'd be
maybe
awesome.
you'll get 12 entries if Swipe's entering.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I doubt that, but
I
I'm
had to
hoping he
say it
finishes that one. Yeah, they're all like shadow ports.
with like two objects: the player and the goal ring.
Oh no!
No, no, no. He's gonna go Blitz Sonic on that. We're not even gonna get the goal ring.
It's like a model of the coloring.
Yes. For anyone that's never played an old Blitzonic
Oh man.
stage, if you had a stage and they didn't have a real goal ring but a modeled one, you're eating good. I was
Yeah.
tempted to make an island stage have a reference to it, but like I knew that reference would be
There's a lot of
lost
that.
on almost everybody, so we didn't.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, you see a lot of that in the preservation pack.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure if I re-enabled my screen or not. I thought like my work was just in vain. It's weird how Eggman looks in this render, I realize, because like it's mostly on model to the 2D art, but his cuffs are more orange than mustard like it is currently.
The lighting is very weird in it.
Yeah. Okay. Time to make this a asset. Okay, I got them all. So create pose asset. Relaxed. What other awesome Eggman poses? I get to talk about Dr. Eggman more. I love this render nobody uses. I thought it was fan made at first because of how his face looked.
Fair assumption.
Like, he's so jolly. This is what I mean by the graffiti thing. A lot of characters have poses that are specifically made to fit inside a circle. That's like that's like why Sonic Adventures pose looks like that. And they made one for Eggman too.
I love all the poses from that game, man. That's art's just so cool.
Hmm. By the way, I know no one asked, but the model for the Eggmobile comes from Sonic 4 and not the modern one, because even though the modern
What?
one's used in everything now, like, look, this is the modern Eggmobile. This is also the modern Eggmobile, and this is how it looks. It looks so drab and boring, so I just used the Sonic 1.
Yes.
It's an edit of the Sonic 4 one, but made even more accurate to Sonic 1, so the chair is the same color and the wings are less like shot out. I just thought it would suit a lot better, and it would also just accommodate for the attachments better. Because the modern one's kind of made to attach to whole ass machines, which wouldn't look or work well in the world. Like the egg dragoon appearing out of nowhere or being scaled down. Eggmobile's too egg dragoon too big for Smash confirmed.
I don't know if we need Egg Dragoon in there. If you guys are planning to add him, he'd be better as a boss, if anything.
Sonic
He,
4
I'm
is
giving out
modern.
gender.
Sonic 4 is modern, but I say by modern I mean like it's the one they use everywhere. And
Yeah.
and that's not the case for Sonic 4. Sonic 4 just made an edit of the classic one just because haha everything has to be classic, which is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Or these artwork, he looks so grumpy. Oh, I minimized it. Oh no, I just went. I like the Wreck-It Ralph render. That actually might be a good hand pose to do. Huh. And then Brook render. I think the next pose I should do is just a general pose for his feet sitting in. Because he's going to go out of the Eggmobile in like very specific situations.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my, wow. Okay. I'm really curious to see how this is gonna look like in game.
Uh,
Wait, how is he gonna be inside a vehicle? How's that gonna work?
that's.
Is
It's
there
probably
like
gonna just vanish. For the main vehicles, like the cars, I was going to shrink down the Eggmobile but not remove it, so it would kind of be like, you know, the way the Eggmobile attaches to shit.
Yeah.
Actually, it'd be nice if we could have unique models for certain vehicles if Eggman's in, just to accommodate. Like, imagine
That'd be cool.
he gets in the bloody drill car from Sonic 2 when you go on the go kart.
I love that.
Or no, he could take the like All Stars Racing thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's already a DDD mod. Why would we? Mod suggestions. Those are requests that go on Game Banana. We're probably not going to do mod suggestions, especially ones not from the Sonic series, because this is Sonic World, not Kirby's Return to World DX.
Yeah,
Hello, Sunky.
I don't know. It'd be cool though. It'd be cool to see those if it ever does get done.
Okay.
We
Did
probably
I
need to though.
IK rig the legs? I forgot. I did not. Oh well, he doesn't really need them because he's not out of the Eggmobile much. I did it for his
That's fair.
hands and I did it for the chain. So, the chains.
Shit. Will Empire City have a night mission? Perhaps. Can I
Hmm.
answer that? have their work cut out for them with the amount of Sonic characters to BH. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's fair.
Whether we get them all done or not is ambiguous because rather not. Wait, hang on.
It'd be
Oh,
funny if like we don't end up getting like a really iconic character just because like it just never happens. Like we never
can
get
we
like a good
please
Sonic
make that
character.
character Charmy to be? I would love to make
Yeah.
Charmy to be dead last.
Like every update, it's like, yeah, next one's gonna be
And
Charmy.
we finally add
Next one's
Charmy to
Charmy.
be, and he has one animation for everything where he's just flying, and nobody can tell the difference. They'll think, oh yeah, that's Charmy P, all right.
That'd be so funny.
I have to add underscores so Blender could tell that these are left and right. I don't get why whoever named the bones in Legacy World did not add separators. I guess because Fragmotion can read that regardless. Okay, let's see.
No
Okay, here we
shit.
go.
They did that fast. Development of the original. Oof.
Yeah, Sonic World had as much characters as they could because they all use the same rig. They all use the same
That's
stiff
true.
animations. Hmm. I remember like
Just start
Ozan when he added like victory poses. He's like, "Oh, it's so annoying. It took me a day." Like, dude, all they did is raise like I like Mighty's victory from Legacy where he just points. That's like an all-time hood classic.
He just points you. Remember when Mighty had the screw kick?
Uh,
Man, that thing was cool. I like current Mighty though. Current Mighty's cool too.
I might hide the Eggmobile for a bit so I can actually see how his feet are. Because even if you can't see them, when he like if he ever moves out of it, it'll interpolate out. So like it'll still matter how he looks. Is this fan game for free? Yes. How to download the game? There's a downloads page. You go to that. You click download. It'll save as a zip. It'll may complain about file size. Just and then you click download anyway. We're planning on making a proper updater installer thing that'll streamline the process for those that are less computer literate. Hopefully that'll be done by the next release. And if it's not, blame me, because I'm the one doing it.
No.
Save this.
Yeah, Rachel, I don't know why you can't download. You gotta give some more information there.
Oh, hey, it's the Omega trailer theme.
What?
It's playing right now, the Omega trailer theme. When he like appears in Worlds, this is the music that plays.
Huh.
Oops, I'm not out of edit mode yet. It's annoying working with Blender like this. Hang on. Object mode.
It's annoying working with Blender, period, but it's also more annoying working
It's
with
more so because I
Flash.
have to like look at two separate, multiple things at a time. What I just realized. Where's the light on this render? The Eggmobile is bald.
Huh.
I I already said, Rachel, you should be able to download it from the downloads page on the website. And then you need to extract it. It should be available by default as a feature in Windows.
If not, just WinRAR. Pretty easy. Free software.
You'd be surprised at how many people are afraid of WinRAR.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. I was like that once as a kid. I was like, I don't know, man. I gotta download this WinRAR thing. I don't know, but like it's definitely safe because it's technically not a free software. It's just like you get it, and then it's like, hey, you gonna pay, and you can
The,
say no, and it's just
it,
like, oh, okay.
that's why I have to keep recommending, like, as if people have not installed a single thing on their Windows device. Because they'd be
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
there's so many people
yeah.
that can't open RAR files just because they're like, they don't know what a WinRAR or 7-zip is.
No, I get it though because again, if you're like brand new to this stuff, it is like foreign. But yeah, obviously at the point we're at, it's like what you know, WinRAR, what?
It's... Hmm. Okay, I should be able to go into pose mode now and be, like, sitting. And I may just make a generic sitting pose for Eggman as well. Uh...
All right, well I'm gonna have to head out now for a little bit. Maybe I'll
Oh,
join later if it's still going.
alright,
But best
man.
of luck with this piece, and it's
Thank
looking
you.
good.
See you
Nice
around.
job. See ya.
There, on the Sonic World website, there is a pay. You can see nearly at the very top. There's like little like headers for little sections, and one of them is called download. That is, then it tells you to choose the version you want to download. It should be DX version 1, and then it'll let you download. Hmm. For now, I'll just do. Whoops. Why did it minimize? Grabmobile. I haven't really worked much with IK before, especially with World, because usually exporting IK is like pretty troublesome unless you know how to bake it right. He'll probably do on the sides where it's like things he's not controlling, I guess. So for the most part, it'll be stuff like this. Hang on. Let me see. Does he have a correction bone? Only for the forearm. He doesn't really have a wrist bone. Weird. Most Sonic characters do. It's not that bad anyways. Now... Ah! I hate how, like, Blender's things do different things depending on where you're looking, and it's, like, almost never what you want it to be. Chain off. Drill down. There we go. The good thing about the Eggmobile not really having a visible bottom is I can hide a lot of things in here. Let me see what chat's saying. Will Eggman have his own health bar or rings? We're gonna standardize it to be rings. I know in SA2 it was his own health bar, but considering in World currently, you don't lose all your rings on hit, there's no need to give him a health bar. Now, let me do a test thing. Oh, that's going to be problematic. How would I link this to the route? Ah. Hang on. Edit mode. Relations, root. Relations, root. Now let's try. Mostly. Now I just need to also parent these to the root. Can you post a link to Sonic? It's not letting me download it. I don't know how to do it. Hang on. Well, I might as well. Click the two buttons in this link saying download. Let me unhide my capture. Blender. Yeah, thank you. It'll likely give you a message be like download anyways. If it still doesn't let you download, odds are you're on a school network. I know that has a few errors before. Oh yeah, I was trying to parent these to the root. Hey, Jolix. What happened? I'm gonna try something because I haven't worked with Blender in a while. So, start N30. So that'll be an hour, right? Yep. Then you click download. Have you clicked the download button? You know, to download the game, you need to click the download button. I moved out of my college accommodation, and the moment I did, they finally got my Tears of the Kingdom delivery, so I have to wait till I'm back there again to get it, which won't be for like around another week. So I have to play, like, it's so annoying because I see so much people having fun with it, and I'm so happy there's no story spoilers floating around because everyone's just wily coyoteing it. Yeah, and that's on top of the week I've already been waiting. How do I add noise to things again? I probably need to go into... It should be doing something. It's played... Yeah, I've only played 2D Zeldas all the way through and Breath of the Wild. But I haven't completed Breath of the Wild's, like, DLC, even though I have it. Where is... Oh yeah, I'm not using this anymore, so... Graph editor. How do I... Okay, so red is X. What's this dude? Killis? No, not the whole thing. I might as well delete this. Actually, this is probably closer to the floor, so I'll likely have to, for every bone, move it so he's floating somewhat. I think this is good enough. Then for 10, this does not look right at all. I am so rusty at animating. Hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to do a different approach. I might add rotation keyframes, so... Actually, no. If I... And then... Let's see how that looks. This is a bit better. Because the intent is I'm just having it kind of wiggle around like noise. Because he's going to be flying through this thruster. Because even when idle, it's going to need to be a thing. What is chat saying? Is Eggman Nega in DX yet? Yes, he is when you fight a boss as Blazing Silver. Is Grindshoe Sonic in DX yet? Yes, he is. The problem is, we didn't show him off because Grindshoe Sonic is boring. You guys see like all these alternate... Oh, I want Sonic with like bad shoes that are a JPEG slapped over a cheese block. Okay. I was never a fan of like Grindshoe Sonic. Like Frontiers is the only one where the model wasn't bad. Now we're getting somewhere. Save this so I don't lose progress. I'm gonna call this... I'll probably just start with the walk. There are bosses in the current version. One's in the test stage and the rest are on the island. Grindshoe Sonic is going to be in the next version. If you can't wait that long, there is a SA2 Hero Pack mod that has SA2 Sonic and most of his alts have the Grindshoes. We did add the Chow Garden, yes, and no one plays it because it's a Chow Garden. People want it, and then when they finally get it, they never play it. It's like that one Mario Strikers game. Okay, yeah, Eggman needs to have... His brow is fine. His goggles don't need to be on. I'm probably going to make it only on for his mock or his skydive. His hands are fine. I'll just give him a grin for now. What else do I need? Oh yeah, the eyelids. Because currently his eyes are closed. And even though you'd barely notice it, it's still worth keeping in mind. I think the only time it's noticeable is when like the brow is like shocked. Where he goes like, huh? It's kind of noticeable here too, but to a lesser extent. Sonic World DX is for free right now, yes. Now, could you please stop asking the same question? We can't make profit off fan games. The fan games are entirely free. It's if you have download issues, it doesn't mean it's not free. Uh, Hang on. Let me select the face bones. Yep, I need to copy these and paste. Now I just need to, I'll start with rigging the mustache, because now that I have the base motion, I should be able to, okay. What's the tool to generate a path with the bone? Is it in here? No path generation, I guess. Oh, motion paths. Okay. So he kind of circles around. I might start. Okay. If I up these a little. And then around here, lower them a bit. How's that look? That works fine. Maybe a bit too much though. And then add a bit more here. Okay, this is getting closer. And then to correct for the change here. Push him back here. To add a little bit of extra motion, even though no one's going to notice it, I may as well make it so locally. His mouth moves a little. Actually, no, it's going to be very noticeable. There. Because the little ounces of details like this will help make your character feel like they're alive. Let me see chat. What's so bad about Grand Shoe? I already said it's a JPEG on a cheese block. We're not working on the original Sonic World. We are not working on the old Sonic World. Because the old Sonic World was made by a weird creep who liked quantity over quality. He wasn't a creep for that reason, by the way. He was a creep because he was just flirting with minors. Fun things, basically. Where is... Do I have all the bone groups showing even? Yeah, I do. Where... There should be another beard bone. Oh yeah, I could also do that. Where the heck is the other beard bone? Wait. I forgot I hid them when working. Now I just gotta follow the flow. So it would be going back here now. Got a bit of movement going on now. I want to add a bit more to this though by also making it change a bit. Okay. Honestly, I don't know if anyone will just want to see me like animating Eggman like this for like a whole thing. So this is just mainly a way to keep up with progress and having 90 uh, of the repeat questions. Any update on Bean? We just need Pox to do the rest of the animations because we have a way to import them now. Which is a better game, 06, Boom, or Forces? Forces, because even it like the credit like is less broken, but like it's such a nothing game. StreamYard, more like nah, not gonna happen. We I may as well show one more thing before I head off. It is good tone of music. Yeah, you could say that about any Sonic game. Sonic 06 is banging music. Let me see if this loaded in. Sonic World is cool when I play. I might say a whool. This game's great. Can't deny. To get an S, you must have discipline. Yes, that's the animations for Bean that's going to be in the game. The fans hate it, yes, because it's not very fun compared to the rest of the entries. It was a good concept, but the execution was kind of dull. If you enjoy Forces, good. It's good for your skin. I'll show off the island. For those wondering, this is the soap shoes. Aren't you so excited? Look at how cool it is. It only changes his shoes. Meanwhile, this is better. This is also better. This guy's better, and he's normal Sonic. I'll go with... You can't go wrong with Raymond. The Avatar was one of the best things. It was the only thing from Forces that I wish they kept. That and they made an animation to promote like Forces on release, like Eggman's like propaganda, and that should have been the opening cutscene instead of the narration. It would have fit the vibe so well. Just okay. Let me ledger up to the city. One of the new NPCs we have is this guy from Sonic Adventure, Mr. Know-It-All, and in 1.1.2, he used to have no function, but like the commander, he now has a function where if you talk to him, he gives you advice about your character. I'm Mr. Know-It-All. Let me give you some insight about your abilities. Ray, what's that short for? Raymond? You're not short anymore anyways. Used to be a little squirt. Anyways, for advice, soar is great for horizontal distance, but is slow. Curling up mid-soar before hitting an enemy can keep speed. You might be able to panic bounce for extra height using this technique. The hints are really cool anyways. Another thing, some people missed that like in the update, we nerfed spam dash, but for those that still want it, it is now an equip. So you could just spam it all you like and you gain speed. You need a certain rhythm to keep it though. We're getting an island redesign eventually, which is good because I really don't like this gen kill I did. Might as well show, oh yeah, you can choose costumes through this. Yes, I constantly drop dash off the bridge. It's fun. Because drop dash speed is based on your height. Mr. Know-It-All, let me give you some insight about your abilities. Hey, me, what brings you to the island? There's not many places to shop. Now that I think about it, the only shop here has the Busted Amy equip. Wait, but if you're the only one that needs a buff equip, does that mean... Are those golden rings for fashion? Yeah. It's such a minor thing, but it's nice for flavor, and it means, like, we can have more, like, dialogue, and it can change based on how much of the island's built. So, or for people that want to make their own NPCs for, like, their own, Station Square, for example, they can do that. So, for example, you can... These two have NPC behavior coded in, the other one doesn't. They're just kind of the testing NPCs. Oh yeah, you can hit them too. And they play an animation, and sometimes a hit sound. I need to properly get the hit sound in, though. Whoops. There's a dupe of the commander behind. But yeah, he is a hit animation as well. This guy doesn't have NPC behavior yet, but I really want to make it so, like, he plays an accordion mix of something. President also doesn't have behavior coded in. Welp. I'm going to end the stream off like that for now. I don't think anyone needs anything else. Yeah, Vanilla was not playable in Legacy because we had the foresight of 5 years that she's going to be an NPC. She wasn't playable because she has no moveset to take from and would be a boring playable. Ickamau. I wish they'd make an avatar and side characters in every game. I guess, but then they'd have to shoehorn it in. Did you add Chemical Plant as a level yet? No, but there's level mods to add it. So if you want Chemical Plant, just get the mod version. Because Chemical Plant is not very I guess overused argument, I guess. We're not going to add Chemical Plant because... It's the same argument as Green Hill, but we actually have Green Hill, where people complain about it appearing everywhere, and then they want it everywhere anyways. It's kind of a hard thing that I consider every time people talk. By the way, people are saying how, like, boss stages aren't a thing. They are if you look hard enough. I have an object mod that replaces the mission cards, but these actually do something. Now, what do you do with the mission cards, I wonder? There's nothing to do with missions here. Nothing to do with missions at all. There's not even a prompt to tell me what to do. What am I meant to do here? Exterminate the threat in the hotel. No, that can't be a boss. What do you mean there's a boss here? What? Where's the boss? What do you mean arrow go here? What do you mean? What do you mean sparkles and an arrow pointing here? Yeah. So, this is the other Eggman. with voice lines by Josh G. And hang on, let me quit out of here because people were asking about Eggman Nega earlier. Well, works on my machine. Angel Island. Why should we add Angel Island compared to Green Hill? It's like very thematically similar, and there's not much gain for it. Okay, Blaze. I don't know what to do with this thing. Wow, you've made the joke already. I'm just gonna go in. So yeah, if it doesn't work for you, it's a skill issue, because works fine for most other people. And look here, it's Eggman Nega. Just like in the Blaze video. Has a different voice too. Instead of just being a higher pitched Mike Pollock, we decided to go for a Dean Bristow sounding voice for him, just as a best of both worlds. Well, Josh is like part original, part based on Mike. The reason there's not many boss stages is because like currently bosses are just very uninteresting. It's like wait for the shield to go down and then you hit. And dead. Blaze's stall dash is pretty good for attacking Eggman. Even though sometimes if you get hurt like that, it's because you're homing attacking right to where he shoots, and that's kind of your problem. See a lot of people complaining about that. Well, for enemies it's unfair, but for like characters like Eggman, where like things are like very timed and set on a pattern, it's really a personal problem. Oh god. And a bit of a... That freeze can be disorienting. Oh, you're already... Another thing some people don't like that I kind of agree with is I do not very much like the locked camera in some bosses. It can make them easier to keep track of, but at the same time, if done bad, yeah. I should have probably set Emerald Coast to a darker time of day considering the night background. And I don't think Night Emerald Coast is really done in anything. Aside from like our encore. Can you make 2D platformer stages? Again, people complain about 3D in modern games. We have some 2D sections, but they're like very limited. His model is missing. That seems like it works on my end anyways. Either way, if it somehow is missing in your guys' builds, either download the latest build or, because if you're not on 1.1.10, that might be why. Or we'll fix it in this build if that's somehow an issue here. It's been a while enough that I don't remember what is and isn't in the two versions. Jason Griffith is the best Sonic voice. It's nice to have opinions, because they all differ. Summer Jeffrey. And I'll show... Okay, he has a light dash, this will work. This is like the only like fully 2D stage, aside from... Yeah, it's the only fully 2D one. Like in Frontiers, if you hold down in these kind of stages, you automatically roll up, like this. And you still have rolling momentum. Uh-oh. That's a bug. And that's just me being bad. Yeah, I'm just very bad. I'm not good at Jet. He's fun to play, but I'm not good at him. Oh yeah, another change we did is that shielded enemies are more of a threat. You actually need to use melee attacks on them now. Or if you're a power character, you don't have to worry, so if you really hate it, just have a power type in your team. I like Jet's air dash just keeping momentum. Makes him stand out. And all, because it's just a super long air dash. Okay. 26 left. I might be able to get an S. S. To get an S, you must have discipline. How did you get voice actors for this game? Connections. We didn't hire people from Sega to voice the characters. None of them are from Sega. Infinity Engine's more open source, but you could technically make your own campaigns with this, because it's kind of like Mario Maker more than it's like a game engine like Unity, where you can make your own stages and your own characters, but there's limitations, like your characters need to have the moveset thing. But it's definitely good to make stages like this, because I have loads of random stages here. A lot of them are legacy, really old ones. This would be R11 if Oz made it. These are just mod stages I have from like old world stuff. And some of them are cooler than others, at least. Oh wow, a hard crash, that's rare. But yeah, you can. There's like over 100 enemies. Final Rush and Rusty Ruin be coming soon. Final Rush, yes. Rusty Ruin is very unoptimized at the moment, so probably not for a while, unless the guy that made it cleans it up a little. It was meant to be in V1, but it was so like it was like last minute, and like it was so jank. We didn't want to ruin the thing. How do the characters sound like the normal selves? You must have hired... No, we just hired people that sound like them. They're just very good at their job. of like making an impression. Some characters are more different, obviously, like Sonic and Amy and Eggman all sound like noticeably different from their Sega incarnations. They're kind of their own take, while others like Shadow, SPO, Jet, and a few and Infinite and all those are actual ones. We have voice actor reel videos showing who voiced who what. Mainly just one guy in our team knew them, and we got them hired that way. And it's great because a lot of people that do not like custom voice acting in their game, some of them actually like kind of came around to World having it because of how closely. Some of them aren't. Yes, we got like a few, like Shadow Androids by Gianni, and he is a different voice actor. He just did it because we decided. Paxton doesn't voice like even if they're in Adrenaline, they don't always voice the same character like World. I'm like a handful. Uh, yeah. Uh, Tails is in Adrenaline. He just doesn't voice Tails. The old voice for Tails was in Adrenaline, and then they like got like vanished. So we got Rio Dies, who does a more adventure style Tails. He doesn't really do Tails in Adrenaline. He does Sally in their Archie dubs though, and someone else I believe. I'm not sure. Rio Dies. There is credits in the game, thankfully. So if you guys are ever curious about who did what, it's perfect for you guys to check. Anyways, I'm going to sign off for now. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. It's been nice having you all, and I will see you around.